И вновь я приветствую вас в игре Алана Уэйка. 4-й эпизод, и мы продолжаем. Да, вот так вот. Через выбор эпизодов.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Да, все-таки мой компьютер не вывозит.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Yes, will do you good.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Let's bring the video game.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Anderson. It's loud.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Да, оптимизация у игры говно. Вот что это такое? Что это за дверь? Что с этой дверью не так? Кошмар. За гранью тени, где ты идишься, сверкает чудо. ТЗ. Томас Зейн в памяти о близком друге и поэте.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Come, Alan, this way.
Какие песни?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Художник.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
QR-код. Так, телевизор. Не, не. Дилемма Творца. Новая захватывающая книга доктора Эмиля Хартмана, автора бестселлера «Творческий поток». Доктор Хартман описывает свои новаторские методики терапии вовлечений и метод потока на прилавках книжных магазинов по всей стране. Мне сюда не надо. А там не был. Ну да. Я заблудился, блин.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Так, добро пожаловать в дом на озере Колдра. Ой, мы окажем вам всю необходимую помощь. Тем не менее, просим соблюдать следующие правила. Попросите друзей и близких заранее планировать посещение, чтобы они не приходились на время ваших лечебных процедур или творческой деятельности. Кроме того, просим вас уважать право на уединение и личное пространство других пациентов, особенно когда они заняты творчеством. Будьте терпеливы. Большинство наших пациентов сталкиваются с долговременными творческими трудностями, которые не решаются за одну ночь. Позвольте себе тратить столько времени, сколько нужно. Помните, что вы добровольно соглашаетесь на лечение, специально подобранное для вас. Терапия вовлечения и ее аналог метод потока наиболее эффективны тогда, когда пациент активно вовлечен в их формирование. Если вас что-то беспокоит, не стесняйтесь об этом говорить.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm. I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a... How should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer. Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm. The Anderson farm. Valhalla! We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message. Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Потрясные ребята.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman.
Так. Но давайте смотреть записочки.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Ладно. Будем смотреть все записочки.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder. Hartman followed the fall of Alana Uэйка with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning, even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Uëйka was finally within his reach. Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Ладно, пока остановимся на этой записочке, чтоб не затягивать. Чтобы было более-менее разнообразно, что ли.
I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like Moonbeams on the brain. Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll. Tom's just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too.
Baba Yaga got to
witch.
him.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch. And my ravens. What were they? Memory and thought. The hag. She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does. We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god. Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake. Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider. She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you? Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid. Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit. So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power. We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party. That Bob faltered through the ebb through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia. Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene. I am tired, man. So tired.
Dream and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because
I may need a
all
hand here later
dreams
on,
are
Birch.
only
The storm's bound to make you know who.
They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm
do
in
that, Birch.
charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution, and then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets, and now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up, and the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too, and I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me, and everyone should just shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed, and that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Нормально. Это что? 7 таблеток в день. Да он псих. Что, не скажешь еще? Ничего не скажет. Ну и ладно.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
The doors were locked. Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them.
Что не мог, санитары вон не стоят.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Okay.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down.
I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer? I don't know. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench. Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they? Ha ha! Nah!
А, ну это мы уже читали, да? Окей. Или что, еще раз включить? Не, уже было.
It's my storm. I'm taking it.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Come out and face the music, Birch! It's time to pay the piper! Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled, adult, diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch. We were on the road, man! You think we haven't seen punks like you before? Mortal knave! Yeah, you better hide, Birch. My wrath will break you. He's probably kidding, Birch. He's got a great sense of humor. Just ask Sinclair. Oh. Children of the Elder God, scourge your light upon the dark. Wow, wow, wow! I wish I had my axe.
Топорик.
Oh, memory and thought, get black and clawed.
Как-то он назывался топор у Тора-то, я забыл, блин. Не вспомню сейчас.
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Что-то громовержец или что-то вроде того. Сюда нельзя. Ну, сюда тоже. И тут нехрен тебе делать, дурак, что ли, да? Нажал команду везде. О! А генератор можно включить? Нет, пошел я нахрен. Видимо, ключ не тот, хотя там целая связка. Да. Фу! Мимо двери.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along. The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing. At all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Мод подводит Хартмана.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna chew your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously! Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I am famous! I represent a celebrity! They'll be looking for me! Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it? Really? Okay, that's how we'll play it! It'll be hardball! All the way! You're seriously, man, I'm willing to forget the whole thing if you let me out now. Just let me out! Hey, you think I can't hear you out there? I hear you just fine. What, is this how you get your kicks, Hartman? I knew you were weird. You got that weird guy look. If you're one of those nurses, I'll double what he's paying you, okay? Do you have any idea how much I make as an agent of a best-selling writer? A lot. Is a personal check good?
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no!
The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Выключателем? Это выключатель? Серьезно? Окей, я понял. Пусть будет выключатель. Розетка, блин.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Какая улыбочка злодейская.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Так, вот тут надо врубить свет. Это я помню. Ой. Эй! Сейчас все испарим тут. Эй, что такое-то? О. Ладно, все испарить не получается, ну. Задача Хартмана. Это уже читали.
Hartman knew he was no creator.
Сделаем по-другому. Mustangdrift.com.
Want access to thousands of applications? Verizon Wireless has you covered. Check out the latest games. Discover new music and old favorites. Social networking, sports scores, news. It's all at your fingertips. No matter what you're into, Verizon Wireless can satisfy your never-ending appetite for apps. Check out VCast apps and load up your phone.
Все, да? Ты давай сюда, лети на меня. Я ж пустил. Ой, 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 ой. Валим, 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 валим. А, делать нечего, я понял, да? Значит, уходим. Ага. Ну, блин. Фух. Так, есть что-нибудь интересное или нет? А, хрен заката. Не. Приостановлено. Лорен Миллер, 1989 год. Ладно.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Holy cheese. Whoa.
Oh, geez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Так, ну, можно передохнуть маленько. Я так понимаю, да?
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around!
Не, пусто. О, здрасте. Победа. Don't trust me. Так, мне, наверное, вот сюда, да? Да. Скорее всего. Наверное. Я не знаю. Ну, да. Уэйк видит сцену древних богов.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Сэр, вы меня жутко напугали. Ах ты сволочь, а! Еще 13 патронов, да? Отлично, отлично. Живем! Наверное, мне туда. Хартман и авария наркосистемы.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Ну ладно. Можно выдохнуть.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3
Да какого хрена? Ну-ка сгорите, долбаные птицы. Отлично. Отлично, отличненько. Ничего нет. Да, скорее всего, ничего. А, не смог пройти. Фу. Страница. Мот в ответе.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin, if only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Так, тут ведь ничего, да, нет? Да, ничего. Ой, я ненавижу это место. Мерзкое. По-моему, если я правильно помню. И оказалось проще, чем я думал. Окей. Или может это не то место, которое у меня в памяти. И фальшфейер. Так, да, больше ничего. Не так просто взять врасплох. На баре наполодержимый.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Что значит мир взорвался? Я не догоняю маленько. Эмиль made Tom do it. Это я помню. Ой-ой-ой. Что творишь ты, негодяй, а? Каков наглец. А лампочка-то и потухла. Блин. Серьезно? Беда, печаль. Ну ладно. Значит, одну точку пропустили. Ну и хрен с ним. Все равно от нее смысла нет, наверное. Тут лучше пошли. Окей. Страничка. Страничка. Хартман усыпляет Уэйка.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Barry.
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Barry!
I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Не туда пальнула. Давай всех убьем. А хрен тебе. Ну, молодец. А я всех убил. Правда, я до хрена всего потратил. Теперь не важно.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Braight-Fall's. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Я тоже хочу себе солярий. Купите мне солярий.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. this is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it. Look out! I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Рэмбо с манекеном. Чё там? О, там страничка лежит, да, кажется? Кажется. Надо будет про нее потом не забыть. Так, тут. Ага, тут ничего. Окей, окей. Так, пойду-ка я, наверное, здесь. Здесь. Ah, no, not again. Ooh. Не зря я сюда пришел. Walter на ферме Андерсонов.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
А тут ничего. Эх, какая-то сада. Там что-нибудь есть? Да, нет, там ничего нет, там только бочки. Ах ты какая нехорошая бочка. О, вот только этого мне не хватало еще. Еще одна. Ах, черт. Сволочь. О, еще бочка. Сюда они, кажется, не летят, да? Или летят? А, нет, летят. Это можно летать.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Там есть что-нибудь? О, тут только тьма. Страничка.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Nightingale арестовывает Уэйка.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Ой, извиняюсь. Так, а тут есть что-нибудь? Ничего тут нету. Здесь. Ага, да. Здесь тупик. Тупик. Ой. Ну ладно. Так быстрее зато.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Фонарик. Trust no in the dark. Окей. Тут есть что-нибудь интересное? Тут есть что-нибудь интересное? Нет, тут нет что-нибудь интересное. Обидно, печально, досадно. Ох, там что-то сверкает. Да, чтоб тебя, скотина, почти получила. Ладно, я понял. Ай-яй-яй. Это было забавно, да. Блин. Тихо. Ах, сволочь, а. Ну-ка, кыш от меня, кыш. Фу. Я спасся. спасен. Я спасен. Блин, пойти что ли включить тот генератор? Блин, это было, конечно, весело, да, забавно. Такого я еще не встречал, по-моему. Чтобы один другому топором или чем, киркой попал по голове. Так где? Вот. Ей, свет, правда, на кой черт он мне сейчас сдался? Ладно, предположим, так и должно быть. Может, есть какая-нибудь ачивка? Воспользоваться всеми генераторами. Как бы глупо это не звучало.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Мощный фонарик. Красота. Красота. Батареечки. Тут больше ничего воды нет. Ой, я не знаю. Палец соскользнул. Бывает.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
О.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Страничка
I had seen
прилетела.
glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Тут, я так понимаю, ничего нету, да? Окей. Темная сущность на свободе.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Опять капканы. Вот и проклятие. Ах, блин. Да. Нет, тут я не хочу проходить. Так, ну мне, скорее всего, туда, поэтому пойдем сюда. Вдруг здесь что-нибудь будет. Может быть, ничего тут не будет. Да, и на что я рассчитывал, вообще не ясно. Окей. О, страничка. Ну, зато я все капканы обошел. Хе-хе-хе. Пациенты сбегают.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Ой, я понял. Глупая попытка.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Надо с двумя-то патронами пробиться к ферме. Окей, я поспешил с выводами. Taking our field. Darkness. Так, там термос с кофе, вот, точно. Ах ты сволочь! А, он исчез? Серьезно? Просто исчез? Ну ладно. Исчез так исчез. Кто я такой, чтобы их судить? Ну или осуждать. Неважно. А, это капкан. Ай, ай! Между прочим, это больно. Гады. Гады. Так, а термос-то я хоть там подобрал, не? Уж проверить, на всякий случай. Да, отлично. Теперь бежим. Прям в капкан, гада. Так, у меня 3 фальшфейра есть. Да ты! Да, серьезно, я в капкан попал вообще. Сволочь. Да ты чтоб тебя, собака. Ладно. Блин, ведь первый раз я почти забежал. Эй! Да хватит! Ах! Что ж вы творите-то, а, ироды? Ай! Да ты так! Сволочь. Опять 25. Ну что такое? Что это такое? Я вспотел. Было бы потрясающе, если бы меня сейчас убили прямо перед чекпоинтом.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Блин. У меня аж мышь выпала из рук.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Блин, у меня аж тоже мурашки пошли. Муравки пошли.
The front door was locked. I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie where the best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
Что у него сейчас за головой было? Был, да умер.
I've
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Бля, вот это прикольно. Все вот эти телевизоры, записки. Блин, как же это все круто, а? Хоть записки и приходится читать, но, блин. Чё, все, да? Слился Дэнни.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
О, подвал. Олень. Шумовая граната. Как давно я их не видел. И все, тут больше ничего, да, нет. Эх, кстати, можно и собраться. В этом нет смысла, понимаю. Страничка. Хартман думает о Мотти Уэйке.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Так. Ага, понятно, ничего. Так, главное не забыть, что там еще страница где-то должна быть, да? Да. Что называется, сам спросил, сам ответил. Че, в туалет нельзя? О, бля.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Поедем на машине. Блин. Кофе. Мерзкая машинка. И шо, гранатки светошумовые. О, блин, я думал, тут чего-нибудь будет. А ничего нету. Теперь в тачку и, наверное, наверх. Давай, давай, давай. О, вот она тачка. Клевая тачка. На ней там в следующий раз и поедем, да.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Ничего больше нету. Оу, щей. Kill. А теперь в крутую тачку. Ха-ха. Блин. Понимаю. А, понятно, тут песочек. Все, готов. Ну ладно, наездились. Ладно. Дерево. Дерево. Проклятое дерево. Так, сюда можно зайти? Эту мельницу. Нет, нельзя. Ага. Я уж подумал, это, блин, лесенка. Это было бы весьма забавно, да. Тут заблудиться можно, да? О, тут что-то есть. А вот это что-то. Отлично, отлично. Да не нужна мне твоя дочка, остынь, чувак. Ах ты скотина. Сволочь. Ей. Ничего. Почему? Почему нельзя перелезть просто? Петарда.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ah, блин.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them! God damn!
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Protestant.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'm trying to get the stage lights on!
Больно. О! Чё он так взорвался-то?
Children of the elder god! Enjoy it! God damn it! Потрясающе.
That was awesome! Braight-Fолls, rock and roll capital of America.
Да, это было круто. Children of the elder god. И, по-моему, там вот чего это было. Да? Маллиган не доверяет Найтингейлу.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think writers were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one stuck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
О. Так, пойду-ка я сюда дальше. Тут ничего. Окей. Что такое? Так. Угу. Во. Вот сюда я хотел. Где-то страничка должна быть, по-моему. Тут ведь, да? Ай, у кого я спрашиваю вообще? Вот он. Найтингейл находит рукопись.
As the deputies hauled Wake and Wheeler away, Agent Nightingale eagerly examined the stack of papers Wake had been carrying. It was incomplete, a collection of random pages, but there was enough. He saw his own name in there, among others. His hands shook with emotion. Finally, it was proof. He had been right all along.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secure.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Угу. Понятно. Давайте влезем.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
That's good.
Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Тик, тик, тик. Так, телевизор. Батарейки не нужны. Хо-хо-хо-хо-хо-хо. Хо-хо-хо. Кофе. Страница. Братья Андерсоны в 70-х.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Да, все. Увидел, понял. Понял, увидел, понял. Древние боги Асгарда, Тор Рагнарёк, 75-й. Трепещите перед гневом и яростью небес. Остальное читать не буду. Надо было все-таки сперва телек посмотреть. О, блин. Ой, прошу прощения, да. Извини. Ладно, где? Стоп. О, пошел. О, Night Springs.
Oh, Night Springs. Man, brings back memories. Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Oh, is this one of your episodes?
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh...
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
Блин, забавно. Че, и все? Ёлки-палки. Я думал, будет какое-нибудь еще объяснение там. Что типа какова вероятность, что ты не чей-то сон, и вот это вот все. Ну, ничего подобного. Опа. Здрасте. Так, стоп, секундочку. О. Как-то так. Не уж не такой, точно.
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Хорош уже бегать, что тебе. Вот, так-то лучше. Бегают тут всякие, носятся. Пум-пум-пум. О-хо-хо. А-ха-ха. Больно. Ой, ой. Проклять. Да ладно, опять. Да что такое-то, а? Ладненько. Who's next? Ты чё, всё? Окей. Вот сейчас мне повезло. Здрасте. А, вон ты где.
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Прям ткнул дверь со всей силы. Почему она так легонечко приоткрылась?
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Термос. Валить.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Чай. О, все, отлично. То я на провод наушников наехал случайно.
The elevator was dead. I'd have to get some power to it first.
Батареек хватает.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks.
Я не в теме.
They had the goods.
Остальное мне не нужно. Ух ты ж, мать твою самую. Ах! Этого я никак не ожидал. Окей, я понял, я понял. Да блин, как от нее увернуться-то? Кошмар. Жалко, у меня гранат нету. Ну ладно, посмотрим.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
Пошли.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Это точно. Ну, я полагаю, тут ничего нету, да? То есть вот, да. Бензопила мне не нравится. А, ты за мной бежишь. Вот оно чего. Понятно, понятно. Зато тут по-любому что-то где-то быть должно. Хотя-то, конечно, и не точно, но все же. А что? А вдруг? Видимо, нет ничего тут. Вот, оказалось. All the gods know the truth. Ну ладно.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
О, термос. Ты же, блин, предохранители хотел проверить. О, хрена, ты в туалет зашел. Что тут? Дурак, что ли?
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Еще кофе. Так, уплыл сюжет.
Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh? You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Страничка. Тайна пропавшей недели.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be... what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be. Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
I'm sorry about this. No, seriously, I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Alice, I'm coming! It's all right! I'm coming!
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Braight-Fall's, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Ну, блин.
Alice? Alice!
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. all she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
James Joyce?
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse. And I'm at
Previously.
Вот и конец 4-го эпизода. Фух, это было довольно интересно, да. Я бы сказал, очень. Я практически про все и забыл. И это хорошо. Так, ну, на этом на сегодня все. Увидимся в 5-м эпизоде в следующий раз. До новых встреч. Пока.